I have this page bookmarked for a reason. Every day I pull it up. However, I wasn't the first to find this out. This has been going on for a day now. I've been trying to catch up still from my trip in Japan. We got a lot of exciting stuff coming out from this trademark watcher page. The LX Hybrid, the 700H. We see things like the battery electric lineup, like the BZ4C. We see the Lexus LFR right here, which is going to be kind of like the LFA2. Twin turbo V8 hybrid. That thing's going to be insane. We also had the Lexus Concepts trademark show up here, the LFZC that I showed you guys, as well as the LFZL. We still don't know what the LFZA and ZV are. They haven't been shown to us. Landhopper was in here, and we now know that that was that little three-wheeled vehicle that was on stage with the electric pickup as well as the electric Land Cruiser. And also the upcoming Lexus three-row electric vehicle, the TZ 550E and 450E. Those will be coming, but there's one that just happened, and this is why you guys clicked on the video. Land Cruiser FJ. There's a really good chance that the baby Land Cruiser is going to be called FJ. Now, if you think back to the FJ40 series, FJ45, it was a smaller vehicle. The Land Cruiser now is way bigger, unless you're looking at maybe some custom variants of the 70 series or something like that. But the Land Cruiser FJ has just been trademarked in Japan, and it is category 12 of vehicles. So got this other PDF from the Japanese government up. So what is the class 12 referred to? Vehicles, apparatus for locomotion by land, air, or water. And you know, there's more specifications here for what class 12 is, but it's going to be a vehicle. I think there's even further evidence that the baby Land Cruiser will be called FJ based off of what Toyota just showed off in SEMA. They showed some really cool things with FJ in it, not the FJ Cruiser that was discontinued. What was that, in 2017, something like that? No, we have two FJ builds, two on a vehicle that was discontinued, what, in the 70s or 80s? Here in the United States, we had the FJ Bruiser as well as the FJ Retro Cruiser. These things are insane. Now, this is based off the pickup truck version. Obviously, the Bruiser is. It looks awesome. I mean, it gives every Jeep out there a run for its money. Absolutely. So there's one of them teased. The other one is, it looks like it should have been made for production. Almost kind of looks like a slightly smaller version of like the Mega Cruiser, but less influenced by the Hummer, obviously. This thing is adorable. It's gorgeous. This looks like it was a production vehicle at some point, and this is why it's called Retro Cruiser, obviously. So look at that interior too. That interior looks way better than the 70 series that I sat in and previewed for you guys when I was at the Japan Mobility Show. This thing looks amazing. Now, this is a way bigger vehicle than what we're expecting this mini Land Cruiser to be. But the fact that they are reusing the J45 series from the 60s is definitely a point into the direction of where this small cruiser is going to land. So Land Cruiser FJ. And this is also like an expansion of the Land Cruiser brand. Look, we have the 300 series. We have the 250 series. Well, which is the Prado, right? Which is not what it's called here in the United States. It's called the Land Cruiser since we don't get the 300 series anymore. You also have that electric vehicle concept that I showed, me and David Chow showed for you from the Japan Mobility Show. They also are branching out on things like Landhopper, of course, the 70 series as well. So Toyota knows the brand power of Land Cruiser, and they want to expand it to as many segments as possible. They're almost making a sub-brand out of it, like Jeep is a sub-brand of Stellantis or Bronco's a sub-brand of Ford, right? Toyota has realized that Land Cruiser is that powerful, and they want to make more and more vehicles with the Land Cruiser nameplate. So FJ. So what do we know about this vehicle? Well, this is official image. This is at the reveal of the J250 right here at the bottom. And here's a side profile. We actually have a tire on the back. This thing is going to be super small, very cute, definitely sliding in under the 250. You can see we have oversized fat off-roading tires here. And we do have a big overhang on the front, but you know, I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. Now, a lot of the Japanese magazines have been coming out with scans as well as speculation on what kind of powertrain we could see in here. But guys, this is going to be probably 95% of what this Land Cruiser FJ is going to look like. Why? Because Best Car Web pretty much got the 300 series, I would say about 80-90% right. They got the J250 like 95+% correct with the exterior design. It was really, really close. So they are super accurate with the renders. This is more than likely about as close as you can get to what it's actually going to look like. And from the back, it looks really cute as well. Now, from the back, it doesn't look like we're going to have a tailgate, unfortunately. I don't know how this is going to, with a lift gate, how this is going to pick up that tire. Maybe they do a little Jeep sort of thing and have it swing out. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how Toyota handles the rear tire situation. But the big question is this going to be body on frame? Is it going to be unibody? And it sounds like, from Japan anyways, that they are thinking it's going to be a shrunken down F platform. F platform is what they use for this current generation. It's still kind of next gen because not all their vehicles have moved over to it yet. The Tacoma is moving over to it, for example. The 4Runner will move over to it. And they're saying that this baby cruiser will be a shrunken down F platform. So we could actually have front and rear lockers on this baby cruiser. We could have twin turbo V6. It's not going to happen, right? They won't even put that in the J250, but this platform supports it, which is pretty cool. Obviously, certain markets could see diesels, but it sounds like, I think here's the thing. Here's the most likely situation. It's going to be a 4-cylinder hybrid. Now, they're saying it could be a 1.5-liter turbo 4-cylinder hybrid. Now, that's possible. The thing is, we don't have a 1.5-liter turbo in Toyota's lineup quite yet. So they would have to make that engine. And I feel like it's almost inevitable to have a smaller turbo 4-cylinder. Pretty much everyone else has one, either a small turbo 3-cylinder, which Toyota has, the 1.6 liter, but that's like hand built, that's bespoke, that's for the GR products. So think of a 1.5-liter 4-cylinder turbo, like let's say what the Civic gets or the Integra has, with around 200 horsepower, close to that in pound-feet of torque as well. Then you're going to put in about a 50 horsepower electric motor in here that we see in other F-platform hybrids, like the Tacoma, like the Tundra, like the Sequoia, for example. So I would expect around 250 horsepower, and fuel economy, it's hard to say. With that small of an engine, maybe you could see around 30 miles per gallon. I don't think that's a stretch. I think that's the most likely scenario. So 1.5-liter turbo hybrid is what Japan is saying. But I also have other burblings, gurglings, rumors, little birds are chirping away. And I can't really solidify any of those rumors, but here it is. Some are saying that this is only going to be battery electric if it comes to America, or when it comes to America. If that's the case, it's not going to be as exciting, in my opinion. This thing is not going to be as desirable because when you're going off-road, you can't charge a battery if you run out of battery. In a vehicle like this, you could easily take some jerry cans of gasoline and fill it up in the wilderness. And this is a Land Cruiser. It needs to be extremely versatile and durable and long-lasting off-road. So it's hard for me to believe that it would be a battery electric vehicle, and there's a possibility that they could offer a hybrid as well as a battery electric variant. Let me know what powertrain down below that you would like to have on this baby cruiser, or now we could call it Land Cruiser FJ. I think that is the most likely nameplate to fall on this baby cruiser. Now, here's the thing. When are we going to see this? I'm sure you guys are asking, when are you going to see this baby cruiser? I don't want to get your hopes up for it, to be honest, anytime soon. Yes, the LA Auto Show is this week, but they're showing the Crown Estate wagon, and they're also showing the new Camry there. This is not going to be showed off there. And in fact, since it's a Land Cruiser, we know Toyota likes to debut Land Cruisers either in Japan where they're made, aka like we saw with the electric Land Cruiser concept, for example, at the Japan Mobility Show. And sometimes they do it in the Middle East or somewhere else where it's a much bigger nameplate and a bigger product. So I won't be surprised if we see it revealed somewhere else. And it's definitely not going to happen at the LA Auto Show. I'd love to be wrong, though. Would we see it maybe around the same time as the J250 Land Cruiser Media Drive that's happening in the spring. I can't say any more than that, but it's probably going to be happening in the spring. I doubt it. I think we'll see Forerunner be revealed before we see this thing be revealed for the North American market. And Forerunner is probably going to be revealed by the end of this year, and maybe available by the end of this year as well. So, well, and I say this year is 2024 because I think my mind's already in 2024. 2024 is going to be the year of the Forerunner, and I would say 2025 is going to be the year of this FJ, Land Cruiser FJ. Everyone knows the FJ nameplate here in America. Maybe not necessarily for the old J40 series, but definitely for the FJ Cruiser. But the fact that, like I said, at SEMA, they weren't talking about no FJ Cruiser. They were talking about the Land Cruiser FJ45 from the 60s. So that's what they want to recreate here with a small, more affordable, off-roading, durable machine for the masses. I'll see you guys down below. What do you want to see from this? Do you want it to be battery electric? I could care less, but I know that they would sell quite a few if it was a battery electric just because of the cute design. I think hybrid makes the most sense to keep the cost down, around 250 horsepower. You'll see an 8-speed automatic on it. I didn't mention that earlier. And pricing, I feel like it needs to be around where the Forerunner is priced, to be honest. Now, the Forerunner will have more powerful powertrains. It will be bigger than this, but since this has a Land Cruiser name, will probably be around $40,000 to $50,000. It can't overstep into the pricing of, let's say, the J250 1950, was it 1958 edition? Now, there's also one last possibility that I'll throw out at you guys. This vehicle could be the Forerunner at the same time. Anything's possible. I just don't see that happening. This seems to be too small for the Forerunner. And the Forerunner is the biggest mystery, ladies and gentlemen. We have so much more information on this Land Cruiser FJ than we do on the upcoming Forerunner, and the Forerunner should be out a year before this model. So it's very interesting. Also, you guys talk it out down below. There's a lot to be said, a lot to speculate about, and a lot of your wishes and desires. I can't wait to see down below in the comments. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss my hands-on coverage of the all-new 9th Gen Camry reveal at the LA Auto Show, as well as the Crown Estate for America. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Long live the FJ.